Hey everybody, what is going on? I am coming at you with some more One Piece gameplay. Today it's Doflamingo against Kaido, and I am piloting the Doflamingo deck for the first time ever, so it's exciting for me. I want to reach out and say thanks to everyone who's shown support to the channel and for interacting with the videos. I really appreciate it. I've been having a lot of fun doing this, so there's going to be lots more coming. I'm trying to do a video every day, so I appreciate all the support, and there will be tons of content coming out. I'm going to open up with Doflamingo, and I'll tap 1 to play the Law, pass back turn to Kaido here. Kaido's going to drop the Black Maria here, and then I'll go for my next turn here. I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to swing at 7k with my leader and activate his effect to play a Kuma. He's going to block that with his Black Maria, and then I'll pass back turn. He's going to go ahead and give 1 Dawn to his Kaido and swing out my life. I will block that with, and he's going to drop the Onigashima Island to activate an extra Dawn. I'm going to go ahead here with the 5 Dawn turn. And my hand has not been the greatest. I haven't seen any Peronos or Doflamingos at this point, unfortunately. So I'm just going to swing and try and get lucky here. Swing and I drop a Boa out. He's going to take that. And then I pass back turn here, and I think this is a pretty big misplay. I could have dropped 2 Dawn under my, or I could have at least swung with Kuma. I know I'm thinking I don't really want to swing with Kuma because of the situation, but even if he dies later, I can just play a Pacifista off of it. So I think that's a pretty big misplay to do so. He swings at me for 6k with Kaido, and I block it with Kuma, and I drop a Pacifista. Exactly the point. Like, I could have just swung there, and then if it died, I could have had another chip for 7k at him, and then I would have another body on the board. But he's gonna pay 6, drop the king, and he's gonna turn a Dawn back to hand, and he's debating whether he wants to blow up my Boa or my Pacifista. And he blows up the Pacifista because, again, 6k is harder to deal with. Uses Onigashima Island to activate another Dawn. So I'm not really sure why I left 2 Dawn up there. Again, I should have just swung with Kuma, but I'm going to swing 6k at leader here with my Boa. He's going to be forced to counter. He counters 2 cards there, I believe. And then I'm just trying to think of myself. I'm going to go 2 under my Doflamingo and tap 1. I'm going to reveal a Love Beam, and I accidentally drop it, but I put back top of the deck. He'll take that swing. And I'm just making sure that it goes back to top of deck and not bottom deck, because I haven't played the deck before. But again, yeah, I should have been more aggressive, I think, in this matchup, because I have him down to 3 life already. And he only has 2 swings on board, and I end up passing back turn with 3 Dawn up. Like, I should have put 2 Dawn under my Boa here, because I only need to leave 2 Dawn up. So if I swung at 7k with my Boa, he's forced to use like 3k of counter, so he'd actually only be at 2 life now. He's going to pay 9 to play the Rush Kaido, and he's going to blow up my Boa with it. And then I'll tap 1 to activate another Dawn. And now he's got 3 swings at my life here. He'll swing 5k, which I will counter with Kuma. He'll swing 9k, 10k, which I'm not going to waste my whole time to counter it. And then he'll swing 7k, which I will use Love Beam on. So again, I'm in a decent spot here. But this is where it starts to get rough, not seeing these Peronas or these Doflamingos, because I'm just going to be blind swinging here with my leader. And again, I'm swinging at his characters, but I should be swinging at his life here with these large amounts. I reveal. I actually don't hit. It's I think it's a Doflamingo 7 drop. I'm swinging at his king. He lets the swing go, but then like I really should have again swung at leader, putting pressure on, right, forcing him to be reactive. I could have played the Kuma out anyways for a blocker, and I would have taken 1 damage extra, but I would have had a lot more aggressive potential on the board. So I take that swing from the Rush Kaido. And again, I should block this attack here, because I think my Kuma's going to die anyways, but I counter, and then he just drops king. And so my Kuma dies anyways, and I have a Pacifista in hand. So he drops another king, so now he's got 2 bodies on the board again. And again, he knows that I have the 7 drop in my hand here. So I don't know why I'm not swinging at leader here, but I swing at the Rush Kaido for 10k, and I play a Teach, and he counters it, no problem, with an ulti. So I'm just not sure why I'm not being aggressive here, but I play another blocker here. So I'm not in the worst position, but, he does have 9 Dawn again, so he can make some plays here with this Kaido deck. And I do a blocker, so I'm not at risk of dying to anything right now, but, he's going to have some pretty big swings here, and he's going to swing at me with the king at 8k, and I'm just thinking I'll take that life because I don't really want to waste my hand here, and I still have the blocker for the 10k Kaido, which I will use. I'll block the 10k Kaido, and then he's gonna attach the Dawn to his leader, and leaving 5 up, and I will dump my hand to counter that, and then he'll play a X-Drake to trash a card from my hand, which I'll trash the Doflamingo. And so now I've got 2 bodies on board, and he's got a ton of guys on board. But the thing is, if I had not swung on his king twice there, I still wouldn't be dead, and he'd have no life. And he has no blockers out, right? So he wouldn't have been able to be as aggressive. So I'm going to go ahead and swing at the king here. Tap a Dawn. I'm just thinking about what I want to do here, what my play is going to be. I'm just going to swing 7k at leader. And I'll play Teach, but I can't bounce anything off that. And he's just debating whether he wants to counter that or not, because it's at 7k. We're going to require 3k of counter, which he's thinking about dumping, which he does do. Dump there. I plus 1 on to Teach, and I swing at life, which he does take. So yeah, he's got 2 life left at this point, but I could have him in a position where he has no life left. I drop a Boa here, and then I leave 2 Dawn up, because he's got 4 swings. If he uses Kaido effect, you know, it downs me 1 life. I'll have to counter a bunch of stuff, so he could swing Kaido at like a high amount, and then like he can swing Rush Kaido here, then put a bunch of Dawn under his Kaido, and then use Kaido leader effect to trash it, which is what's gonna like be such a hard thing for me to deal with, is he just loads up his Kaido, swings at me. I have to let it go through, but I will block it. But I won't block it, sorry, I'll let it go through. And then he's like, okay, well then, if you're gonna let that go through, then I'll detach a bunch of Dawn here, use the Kaido leader effect to trash your last life, and then I have a bunch of swings at high amounts. So he swings 8k at leader here. Of course, I have to counter it. I use Love Beam. He swings 6k at my Doflamingo, which I was like, yeah, I didn't draw the... I pulled that Doflamingo off life, and I was so far away from a Perona still. Like, still 2 cards away from a Perona. Not being able to see that just feels pretty rough. And again, I wasn't aggressive enough when I had the cards on board. I should have been swinging at his leader like endlessly and forcing him to deal with my board by swinging, and not just by deleting with like king effect and that kind of stuff, forcing him to play more defensively, because there were times when I swung at the king there for high amounts that he would not have never been able to counter, and I would have been able to take him down to 0 life. But that was just, you know, I was hoping for more things to come. But, you know, if you guys enjoy the video and you enjoy watching, please tune in next time. There'll be lots more coming out. Remember to like and subscribe, and until next time, Monty out.